A famous quote is "Education is the most powerful tool for changing the world" by Nelson Mandela. I truly believe that we are in one of the greatest professions. Being in education is a real gift, and even through hurdles and barriers, it holds an overwhelming sense of achievement daily. Being able to see a young person master a skill, learn something new or build friendships is a real privilege. So for us at Empower Trust, taking part in an MPQ together, allowing us to grow and develop and learn as one is a great opportunity. Working with like-minded professionals, building professional connections across our trust and potential friendships that last a lifetime makes us stronger. Working together on teaching and learning principles and developing our understanding of the science of learning forms a clear rationale that will mean that we have a shared understanding of what excellence looks like to us. There is exceptional practice already taking place in our schools, from one classroom to another, one school to the next. But the goal is to secure the constancy and the consistency in all of our schools. In working together, we're trying to identify the super strengths of our schools, with expertise spanning across our schools and by gathering a collective intelligence to support each other as a true Empower team. We offer an expertise and a knowledge to our schools that ensures young people get our very best offer. This work nurtures a culture of deep collaboration that helps us to build our network and specialisms, share a common language across our trust, and as individuals, be the best version of ourselves. I am grateful to be working with such dedicated professionals that see the purpose and the joy of the professional learning. They have a passion to continue to grow and learn and work with us collectively as a trust. These are true professionals who are committed to the constant journey of improvement. One we may ask our young people to go on every day, so why not travel ourselves? It will be exciting to see how this learning is taken back into the classroom to benefit our young people.
With so much good practice happening around our schools, we wanted to ensure we were making the most of the assets we have at our disposal. We asked ourselves whether we could easily identify our expert teaching staff and how we were making use of their knowledge base. If we were to have a teaching and learning policy that reflected our collective views, we needed to hear their voices. That would give us a platform to establish consistent minimum expectations that we could share with new staff as they joined us and enable us to have a more targeted approach to professional development, fulfilling our ambition to continuously improve our offer.
FAME was created to give a set of principles across the Trust on what we feel is the blueprint of high quality teaching and learning. FRAME: real world context, links to other learning, prior knowledge, learning sequence. Assess: varied assessment for learning methods, high-level questioning, adaptive teaching, high-quality feedback. Model: appropriate resources, teacher talk, clear demonstrations, expected behaviours. Explore: memorable experiences, independent practice, peer discussions, retention reviews.
In design and technology, the pupils have designed playground structures. The focus today is framing it, using real context to be able to create the structures. Previous knowledge of the purpose, user, and how to make a structure secure and stable will be drawn upon. Today, the pupils become a designer, and as a designer they learn how to make a piece of playground equipment for a user and purpose. This will progress to evaluating a finished product against design and outcome.
The lesson focus is based upon finding fractions of amounts. Throughout the lesson, small whiteboard work is used to promote pupil participation and enable adult assessment for learning, opportunities to adapt and change based upon pupil presentation of understanding. Assessment is used to adapt teaching in time in response to need. This enables flexible groupings to allow those pupils that understand to get started and additional scaffold for those pupils who need consolidation. Concrete, pictorial and abstract presentations are used with a range of mathematical manipulatives to support understanding, using assessment to signpost this where needed. The use of adult continuously changes in response to sharp assessment for learning. Higher level questioning is used to encourage pupils to prove their mathematical understanding. Feedback is continuous between adults and peers and used to secure understanding, as well as motivate learning attitudes. Assessment is used to address misconceptions, consolidate and extend pupil understanding at all points of the lesson by all of the adults involved in the lesson.
Modelling is used to demonstrate new sounds to pupils through oral work and repetition. Quality resources used with fidelity to the read-write-ink programme are used alongside this to ensure consistency in language. High-quality modelling is essential when teaching the acquisition of sounds, visual representation within text and the written form. Using the My Turn, Your Turn model gives clear structure to scaffold the building and embedding of knowledge and skills.
The focus text for this piece of work is the Paper Bag Prince, which explores themes surrounding human impact on the environment. The children had strong views on this from the outset, keen to vocalise and discuss within the classroom. The children were asked to formalise their views in readiness for a class debate. The sequence of teaching prior to this lesson included responses to images, plastic pollution, audience, purpose and features, and grammar, the requirements of which are the use of subordinating conjunctions. The debate question: is there a place in today's world for the use of plastic? Children planned a speech to deliver within the context of a debate setting to practice the formality, language, choices required and develop ideas for a structure for writing. Having had this opportunity to practice and extend vocabulary, this will contribute to the final outcome of a persuasive piece of writing.
Networks have been created to bring together expertise, perspectives and insights from all schools across the Trust. At Empower Trust, we believe knowledge is gained when teachers and staff learn together and the power that this has upon pupil outcomes. Staff have been involved in decision making, given opportunity to trial and implement in their own practice, and then given a voice to feedback, knowing that they will be heard. The Teaching and Learning Network is collaborative and based upon high impact, good secure outcomes for pupils, reduced workload and positive wellbeing for staff.
The formation of the Teaching and Learning Network has led to staff voice contributing to the co-construction of a teaching and learning policy for the Trust. The opportunity to collaborate with other staff, share best practice and streamline our approach, thus reducing workload. I feel excited to be part of this network. It's great to be a part of the network right from inception. We feel empowered and valued as a team, and our opinions and experiences really matter. I felt it was a safe space to share ideas and contribute thoughts, also to question things we were unsure of. Best practice was celebrated, and at the heart of it was support for teaching and teachers. The opportunity to regroup and provide feedback after putting the new monitoring framework was really useful too.
From the initial meeting to create the Teaching and Learning Network, the purpose was clearly outlined. It felt supportive, inclusive and inspiring that professional dialogue and expertise were valued at all levels. It was made clear that the development of the monitoring framework was a working document, and we were part of this by gathering feedback to further improve. Having had the opportunity to trial the monitoring framework in practice, the group reconvened and provided feedback. I was able to share that the FAME framework has significantly improved professional dialogue between colleagues of all stages in their career. It has allowed for a clear structure to be in place with clear expectations of curriculum design and implementation. In my professional capacity of curriculum monitoring, it has supported me in making sure I have a succinct approach to all aspects of monitoring. Throughout each phase, collective feedback has formed decisions about best practice. There was no pressure around getting it right immediately, but a sense of evolving, developing and improving together. The next step of our network has been to give our professional voice around the development of a teaching and learning policy. I am looking forward to being part of this and disseminating this in practice.
Teachers have found the implementation of the FAME monitoring framework to be helpful in guiding them through the observation and monitoring process. Due to the clarity of the statements, teachers feel more confident as they now have a greater awareness of what is expected to be seen during lesson drop-ins and more formal observations. It has also given teachers a clear schema to work from when planning stimulating lessons, leading to children learning and remembering more. Subject leads have commented on the framework's success in directing their feedback so that it is concise and based on SMART targets.
The FAME monitoring grid works well, giving a reliable picture of the quality of teaching and learning in our trust schools. For the observer, it focuses observations on the key areas for the context of the lessons. The framework allows you to enter a dialogue with colleagues where precise action steps during the feedback sessions are discussed. The outcome of the monitoring forms the foundations of great teaching, enabling all teachers to develop and grow.
The FAME monitoring framework has been a collaborative process between all of the schools within the Trust. From its inception and initial discussion at an executive head teacher group, it has filtered down to teachers who are on the ground attending networks with the strategic leads for learning and teaching. The leadership of this initiative has therefore been distributed. An initial trial of this within schools has worked well. It is concise and to the point. For the person carrying out the monitoring, it is very clear to identify strengths and development points. Giving feedback is very easy. It reduces workload and makes it more positive for all parties involved. It feels more positive for both the person monitoring and the person being monitored, and was far more user-friendly. The completion of this project marks a significant step towards consistency across the Trust, achieved through robust operations within schools participating at various levels. Moving forward, we will collaboratively assess both the frequency and expectations surrounding its use, aiming for continuous improvement.
Teaching and learning at Empower is in a very positive place and continues to progress at pace. We have established a clear framework of core principles in our FAME model, and this underpinned a new approach to monitoring we trialled to alleviate pressure for leaders and reduce anxiety for staff, which has been received well. To support the implementation of these changes, a group of talented individuals from across the Trust were identified and have provided constructive feedback that will help shape our overarching policy for teaching and learning going forwards, so there is more yet to come.